I don't get to talk after scrimmages, so you guys all have your sources, but it was a really good day on Saturday, both sides of the ball. I thought it was the best we'd thrown the football consistently around here for a while. Had a lot of explosive plays on offense, but the defense still played well on third down and had their moments as well. So played well in 2 minutes. So the defense wound up winning, I think, because the offense, I think the twos turned it over twice, and the defense won the circle drill at the beginning, and so there was a couple things that happened. But I thought the one offense versus one defense was really good. And today could have been one of those check the boxes day. Went really, really hard on Saturday. So these guys are, we're into the meat grinder of. It's not quite like training camp, but spring ball does get monotonous if you let it, and especially as hard as we went Saturday, human nature would have told you, hey, I'm just going to cruise through this one and check the boxes and go about 80% and see if I can make it through practice, and they didn't. We played really, really hard, and again, I think the defense probably had a better day than the offense today. But overall, I'm still seeing some good things on both sides.
How's PJ?
Say it again.
How's PJ?
Oh, he's good. Was a really bad stinger that we needed to go be sure. Probably won't see him back the rest of spring, which is, if there's a guy on that defense that can survive without 4 spring practices, it's probably him. Give some of those younger guys some reps. Devontae Davis rolled his ankle today in one-on-one and didn't finish practice, but other than that, I think we're pretty good.
Where's your biggest concern heading into the final 2 weeks of spring?
Oh, what'd I say today, David? Probably depth at linebacker and depth at O-line. We have 8 healthy scholarship O-linemen. So the twos, we're running with a walk-on at center and a walk-on at left guard. So we need Patrick Hudson to get healthy. We need Mikey Grandy to get healthy. And then the 3 scholarship guys within those twos, they got to develop. They got to start getting better.
Would you say that it is red alert? Is it just something you're concerned about, these areas? I mean, because you don't play Maryland until months from now. But
are you concerned, or just concerned?
Right,
concerned?
Exactly. I mean, because these are all guys that should be back for August.
Yeah,
conceptually.
Obviously the 2 guys that I think will count on the most up front on the O-line would be Pat Hudson and Calvin Anderson.
Right.
So that does give me a little, hope. But those 3 scholarship guys, again, they're not freshmen anymore. They need to start, like I said, they need to start developing and improving. And we got to, as coaches, find out what makes them tick. But they've got to be open to being coached. And then on defense, that's Gary, Ed, Malcolm's been playing inside linebacker, which has really, really been a nice home for him, which almost needed him to in Lightning. And it's allowed Jeff in nickel to get some reps at B backer too. So, but Deli's going to have to play probably, but he's progressing and looking like he should be able to.
How's Hager looking?
Awesome. I thanked him today for how hard he practices, and because of how hard he practices, he's not just making himself better, he's making Denzel Okafor better, he's making Derek Kerstetter better, he's making Andrew Beck and Reese Lato better, and I'm glad he's on our team.
Coach, you don't have a clear-cut number 1 at the quarterback position yet. what should we make of what's going on there? And if you don't leave this spring with a clear-cut number one, are you okay with that?
You should make nothing of it, and yes, I'm okay. Yeah, I think it's great. Those guys have really improved. Coach Beck's done a great job with them. They've done a great job on their own. Both guys, we challenged. They have really accepted and ran with the challenges that we have given them in the offseason, which for Sam was, quickening his release up, tightening that up, and protecting the ball. He's done that. And for Shane, it was the management of the offense. Don't just be a participant in the plays. You're the conductor of the plays. You're not just a passive participant. And both those guys have really gotten better.
When it comes to the spring game and evaluating your quarterbacks, do you weight that like a game, or do you treat that as just another practice?
I think it depends on every spring game's different, and some formats are different, some restrictions are different, depends on what we do on defense, because those are so televised now. I think we're cautious to be pretty vanilla in the spring games, because any of the new stuff that you work on in the spring, you don't want to show your upcoming opponents. So, but I do think that playing in DKR in front of hopefully tens of thousands of fans does matter a little bit more than just putting the ball down on the practice field and playing. Yeah.
Do you have any awards candidates, guys, like in your mind, do you go to say, you should be an all Big 12 guy, you should be, player of the year on your side of the ball? Do you have any of those guys this year?
We've never talked about it this early. John and I will sit down. Big 12 is after the season. We'll sit down and talk about some of the guys that we want to put on the watch lists, or who should be on the watch list in our opinion. But I just, those things kind of have a way of working themselves out if you play really well.
How close is Hudson, do you think, or Kirk Johnson? I know those guys were his.
Kirk, not as much, taking a little bit longer than we had hoped. I think on Thursday the plan is to get Patrick into some position-specific drills, and as well as Kyle Porter. He's progressing. Maybe get some reps out of him at least next Tuesday and Thursday, maybe in team.
Time for one last one.
Two last ones.
Hey, Coach. I'm sorry, did you say off the top the passing game was on point Saturday, and did you mean they were throwing bombs, completion percentage? How was the passing
All of the above. Explosive plays were really good. I thought we protected well on first and second down when we wanted to take some of our play action shots. Thought the quarterbacks made the right reads and were really accurate and on time. So all of the above.
Today, Del Conte kind of committed you to going on the 9-city tour that is going to be going. I mean, I assume you knew that.
No.
That you okay? All right. That you were committed. You didn't know that you were going to be committed to this.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. If there's what we have talked about is, if there's something that was already on my calendar, we will have a representative from the football staff at every one of those. Now, will it be me? I'm hoping to get to all of them, but if there's already a prior conflict, because we did kind of just throw this thing together in the last month or so, then it depends on whether that conflict can be broken or not. But
sure, I understand. What do you think of the concept, though? I mean, the idea of the school going to kind of all the big hot spots all over the state, and just he talked about we need to reinvigorate our brand. We do.
I think he's spot on. We need to excite our fans and our constituents about where Texas athletics is heading. And the best way to do that is go out and win a bunch of games.
Yeah.
I get that. But we've also got to educate them that they're a big part of whether we win games or not, and the support and the home field advantage and the you know, the responsibility that our players and coaches feel towards our fan base. I mean, that's real and that's palpable. And so, I think it's a great idea, especially, you know, Chris is brand new. You know, I'm fairly new. Shaka's, you know, 3 years is somewhat new, and so I think it's good to get, you know, there's real people here in Austin, you know, doing this, and coaches as well as student athletes, and you know, we need everybody's help to make sure that, as Chris says, you know, we're all rowing in the same direction.
Are you having fun?
Yes, a lot.
More fun this year?
Having a lot of fun. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Coach.